Yeah, what's T girl? How y'all doing? You alright? Girl. So real quick, let's talk about this Rihanna video that just came out. Where have you been? Keep in mind, I only dressed the top half, so if y'all see me back up and shit, and I'm in my fucking pajama bottoms, and y'all see dick slanging, then y'all know I ain't fucking dressed the bottom half. But anyhow, let's talk about this video. Where have you been? You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all sing this shit. Y'all sing, where have you been? Cause I never seen you a while. Are you hiding for here? Somewhere in the crowd. Like, I know that's how y'all sing it, but girl, that's how I sing it because I got an attitude and I got a motherfucking problem all day, every day. I sing it like this. Where the fuck have you been, bitch? That's how I sing the motherfucking song. Because I got a problem, I got an attitude, the day ain't going right for me, and the first bitch to fuck with me gonna get it. She gonna wear it. So I sing it like this. Where the fuck you been? It's 3 motherfucking clock. Are you hiding from me? Yeah. Somewhere in the 01, bitch, bitch. I'm up in that motherfucker. Where the fuck have he been? I love the video. Rihanna gave me the PP dance and shit. She's like, go to the bathroom with this bitch. I don't give a fuck what y'all do, but y'all need to hurry up with this choreography. I got to go PP. She gave me the PP dance and shit, you know what I'm saying? And she was giving me her Caribbean shit. Anytime Rihanna does her Caribbean shit, I love it. Just her natural movement is some sexy shit. But anyhow, girl, all in all, I love the video. Rihanna was in the motherfucking floodwaters of Katrina doing her thing. I loved it, girl. I loved it. Motherfucking 10 for me, girl. I loved it. I'm not saying it's her best video ever, but it's one of my favorites. I loved it. Anybody who's been following me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, MySpace, I just want to say it and shit, knows that I love Rihanna. I love Rihanna. I will go hard for that bitch right there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm still that loyal, staunch bitch from the motherfucking Hive all day, every day, bitch. All day, every day, I'm from the motherfucking Hive. But understand this. People don't want it with the Hive, so it gets kind of boring and shit. We don't have to fight all the time because nobody's coming for us. Because they know better. Bitch gets stung. It's just that motherfucking simple. Bitch gets stung. And when a bee stings you, they die. That's how it works. When a bee stings you, the bee dies afterwards, bitch. Understand, when we come out the motherfucking Hive, we on a fucking suicide mission, okay, bitch? We on a fucking suicide mission. Fuck with us if you want to. Bitch, get stung. I swear to God, you don't want it with the fucking Hive. Don't make us come out this bitch, okay? The Taliban don't want it with the motherfucking Hive. They don't want it with the motherfucking Hive. But any gay, what I'm trying to say, girl, is that Rihanna Navy is always fighting. They gotta fight all day, every day, bitch. They can't be like us. They can't walk on the motherfucking playground and just have that reputation. You know what I'm saying? Reputation? That's a word. You know, they don't have that. Rihanna Navy is that bitch that, you know, that little cute girl that gotta come out on the motherfucking playground and she gotta fight bitches all damn day long. That's how she rolls. We don't have that problem, girl, because they can't come to us with negativity because there's nothing negative about Beyonce. There is nothing that you can say about Beyonce. The only reason why you could come to the Hive to fight us is on some hater shit. You just a hater. Like, you could come to Rihanna Navy with some negative shit that's true. You could go to, like, the bitch can't sing. They just stated a true fact. Now you gotta fight them with the truth. You come to Beyonce, the bitch can't sing. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. I swear to God, I ain't even coming out the fucking Hive for no shit like that. I ain't coming out the Hive for no shit like that. For a dumb bitch that's talking about Beyonce can't sing. A lot of people feel that because I love Rihanna so much that she may someday surpass Beyonce and become my new queen. A lot of people feel that way. Like, I've gotten this tweet thousands of times. Somebody coming up to me and saying that, well, Brian, since you love Rihanna so much, you must like her more than you like Beyonce. Like, and that come from a bitch that's in the same fucking Hive with me. Like, she in the same fucking Hive with me, and she come to me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at her like she got the motherfucking problem. I look at her like she got the problem. First of all, bitch, what the fuck are you doing in the Hive if you feel that another bitch could take Beyonce's spot? What are you doing here, bitch? You know what I'm saying? And out of all, you think it's going to be Rihanna? Out of everybody, bitch, understand this, girl. Understand this, bitch. Ain't no way in hell I will fucking leave the Hive. The Hive is like heaven, and I don't know a bitch yet that came from heaven back to motherfucking earth. I don't know a bitch yet. Understand this, bitch. Once you have seen the light of Beyonce, bitch, say that shit to him one more time. Bitch, once you have seen the light of Beyonce and you have been saved by Jesus, bitch, There is no leaving the Beehive for another bitch. They haven't made a bitch yet to do it. Matter of fact, they have, and the bitch is in Pampers right now, and she the only motherfucker that can take Beyonce's spot. Rihanna, bitch, I should punch you in your fucking throat. Say that shit to me in my fucking face, bitch. Get your ass off Twitter and come to my motherfucking face and say that shit to me, bitch. I swear to God, say that shit to me. I'm sorry, maybe I took that a little bit too far, girl. I might have took it a little bit too far, but understand me, girl. You saw with your own two eyes that that little girl was fucking with me. You saw that that little girl was fucking with me, and I had to get that little bitch together, bitch. I had to get that little girl and motherfucking gather, girl. I had to get that bitch gathered into a dustpan and disposed of. Yes, ma'am. I got her together, though. I got her together. So any gay, anyway, girl. Let me just explain to you all, and I'm gonna give you all a visual. I'm gonna give you all a visual. Coochie-ness just came out right there. That's crazy. But I'm gonna give you all a visual. Why I know that Rihanna will never come before Beyonce for me. I'm gonna give you all a visual. This is Beyonce. She's number one. There's nothing in front of her. Okay, for me. She is the only one. However, there is this bitch in the background. And this bitch in the background is Rihanna. This is Rihanna right here, girl. She in the background. She trying to figure out a way to go around Beyonce. Can I get past this bitch over here? Can I get past her over here? Can I go over this bitch? Like, she trying to figure out a way to get past Beyonce. But it's not going to happen, girl. And let me explain to y'all the reason why it's not going to happen. And I got to take y'all into the back days of the 1980s. Yes, girl. I got to take y'all to the back days of the 80s. So get your Google and your Wikipedia ready, because I'm going to be saying some shit that you're not going to understand, girl. So come with me to the 80s, girl. Come with me to the 80s. In the back days of the 80s, I was still this little girl. Like, I was still a little girl in the back days of the 80s, girl. But anyhow, girl, picture it. Sicily, 1980s. I was this little gay boy. I was this little gay boy. Sassy, prissy, with his hands on his hips, and in his neck, a cherry in his bussy, and an up-and-coming twinkle in his eye, girl. Cute! Check. And I was quick to read. I was quick to read a bitch. I didn't give a damn whether you was a kid or an adult. I was quick to read. You know what I'm saying? I was never Fantasia. I could always read. But anyhow, girl. Anyhow. I was the only child and shit, so when my mother went off to work, she would leave me at home alone. So I was one of them latchkey kids. Well, my grandfather was there, but he really ain't come out the room and fuck with me unless I was hungry. You know what I'm saying? He like, you ready to eat? Then he would feed me, I would get something to eat. And other than that, he would go back in his fucking room, and then I'm left to myself. You know what I'm saying? So I would entertain the shit out of myself. So my little gay ass in the back days, I would go into my mother's closet. Girl, I would go into my mother's closet and I would get life. I would get life. The fashion of the 80s was throughout her fucking closet. You know what I'm saying? She'd have the clothes that she wore on the street, and then she had the clothes that she wore to work, right? And I would just get my life in her closet, girl. And it was just all these colors, all these fabrics. In the back days of the 80s, there was costume jewelry. Costume jewelry was big, you know. Costume jewelry just recently started coming back and shit, but it was MIA for a little bit. But anyhow, she used to have costume jewelry. I would throw all that shit on. The costume jewelry, she would have pumps in every different color. She would have so many different pumps in every different color. Girl, I used to go in my mother's closet, bitch. I would go in my mother's closet, and I would come out that bitch done up, bitch. I would come out that bitch like RuPaul told me to go in there and don't fuck it up. Girl, I would come out that bitch like this, girl. Pam, pow, oh, pow, pam, pam, pow, pow, pam, pam, pow, 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 pow. Girl, when I tell you, girl, I came out that motherfucking closet, girl. I came out of that bitch in the back days. For those who say that you can't be born gay, people are not born gay. Girl, when I tell you, hop in a DeLorean and go check me out, and then you come back and tell me that shit. When you come back, you're like, Brian, you know what? You was right. You was born this motherfucking way. Duh, bitch. So anyhow, in the back days, in the 80s, my queen was Madonna. Madonna was my motherfucking queen, and wasn't nobody coming in front of her. Couldn't nobody touch Madonna, okay, in the 80s. I love she. But there was this bitch floating around in the background, girl. There was this bitch floating around in the background, and her name was Janet Jackson. Her name was Janet Jackson, girl. She was floating around in the motherfucking background, doing Control, got to have a line. I was like, who's this little girl in the background? She's doing her thing. Control. Then she came through a Rhythm Nation. People of the world today, I've been looking for a better way. of life. Sing! You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I like her. She cute back there, but my girl is still Madonna, girl. I can't fuck with her. My girl all day, every day is Madonna. But bitch, hold on. Like I was saying, Madonna was my bitch. Madonna was my queen. And couldn't nobody come before my queen, Madonna. Nobody. Okay? Even though I saw Janet in the background with her Rhythm Nation, I saw her with her Control, she was not going to come before Madonna. There was no way. And then Janet dropped the fucking Janet album. And then she dropped the fucking Janet album. And all of a sudden, Janet was doing this shit. Right? She dropped That's the Way Love Goes. I was like, what is that bitch doing? You know what I'm saying? Because at this point now, I'm looking around Madonna to see Janet. Now I'm looking around Madonna. This is my queen, but I'm looking around this bitch to see this bitch right here. What is she doing, right? But I couldn't go. I couldn't leave my queen Madonna. I couldn't leave her. But all of a sudden, Janet did this shit right here. The bitch went on. She went out of frame. She went up in the fucking air and out of frame. And when she came back down from That's the Way Love Goes, when she came back down from That's the Way Love Goes, the bitch came back down with this shit here that changed my motherfucking life. At that moment, Janet came down on Madonna like this. Ah! That bitch! What the fuck is this bitch doing? The fuck is this bitch? Is she trying to start something in this motherfucker? Girl, when Janet gave me that shit right there, girl, I'm trembling and I'm shaking because, girl, that shit right there is my fucking... That's my favorite song in the whole wide motherfucking world. I don't give a fuck where you play that shit. You can play that shit at my grandmother's funeral, and I promise you I'm gonna act a fucking... I'm gonna act a fool in that... I will act a fool in that bitch. I will act a mother... Bitch, I will show out and show up if wherever the fuck you play that shit. Understand me, girl. But anyhow, I had dropped Madonna, and Janet Jackson was now my new queen. And as queen, she did not disappoint. She did not disappoint. She followed the Janet album with 2 more solid albums. The Velvet Rope and All For You. So now at this point, Janet Jackson has given me 5 solid albums. 5 solid albums. Control, Rhythm Nation, Janet, Velvet Rope, and All For You. 5 solid albums that I don't give a fuck where you hit play. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going to tell you I don't like that track. I don't give a fuck where you hit play at any 5 of those albums. I'm good, right? So at this point, I'm thinking that there's no one who could come for Janet, right? Because there was nobody on the radar. Nobody was even on the radar to come for Janet, right? Then along came Damita Jo. The year was 2003, 2004, right? At this point, Janet Jackson has been my queen for 10 years, reigning. 10 years reigning. Not another bitch in sight. You know what I'm saying? And then Janet Jackson dropped the Damita Jo album. And, you know, a lot of Beyonce stans may not understand this because they haven't gone through this. The Damita Jo album was that type of album where it wasn't a horrible album, but coming off the heels of Control, Rhythm Nation, Janet, All For You, Velvet Rope, sorry I didn't do it in order, but coming off the heels of that, and then you give me Damita Jo, you know what I'm saying? You give me fucking Damita Jo, like this album was just, it's the kind of album that I like because it was Janet, I didn't like it because it was good, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to stand by my bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stand by you, Janet, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, in the background, all of a sudden, here come this new bitch up on the motherfucking radar. She up on a radar and she coming dead at Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? She coming dead at her in a straight fucking line like this. Okay? She wasn't doing like Janet did with Madonna, you know, zigzagging, or like Rihanna did, like, how can I get past? Can I get past it like this? Which way can I go? Which way can I go? This bitch was coming at her like this, dead on. She was like, bitch, the fastest way from point A to point B is a straight fucking line, and that's what the fuck I'm doing. And she came straight for Janet. Poof! And when I tell you the bitch hit Janet in the back like pow, this bitch right here was Beyonce. Pow! Like that bitch was coming for Janet. Stopping for Janet. On her way to fucking Janet. When she got to it, the bitch put her arm on her back like this and was pushing that bitch like this. Pushing Janet right in the back like this. But I was like, no, fuck that shit. I'm loyal to my queen, Janet. I got you, girl. I know this is a fucked up album. It's a bad album, but I'm gonna support you. And even though the album didn't do as well as the other albums did, and it didn't make a lot of noise on the Billboard charts, Janet was still able to get the Super Bowl. But that bitch was still in the background. That bitch was like, oh, you going to the Super Bowl? Well, I'm gonna sing the fucking anthem. You know what I'm saying? That same year, Beyonce got up and sang the national anthem. And I don't give a fuck what people say. And I don't give a fuck who I piss off. Beyonce is the best that ever sang the national fucking anthem. I don't give a fuck about Whitney Houston. I don't give a fuck about Marvin Gaye. Beyonce sang that motherfucking national anthem better than anybody ever did. Understand this shit here. When she stepped up on the stage, we was all like, girl, the pretty girl from Destiny's Child gonna sing the anthem. This girl can't sing. So anyway, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and she started singing. We was like, what the fuck? Is that the little girl from Destiny's Child? Oh, that bitch can sing for real. I didn't know she could sing like that. That's when the world found out Beyonce could sing. A week later, the bitch did my favorite performance ever at the Grammys. My favorite Beyonce performance ever was at the Grammys when she sang Dangerously in Love. Girl, when I tell you that bitch made me cry, that bitch had me crying. I was crying, girl. I was crying. But anyhow, back to the Super Bowl. Janet Jackson was doing a Super Bowl show, and she was doing her motherfucking thing, girl. I was still fist pumping right there behind the bitch. But I saw trouble in sight before this shit happened. I saw trouble in sight. Justin Timberlake came on the stage. And in my mind, I'm thinking, Janet, why him? Why him? Usher got the hottest album out right now. Why Justin Timberlake? What the fuck is he? He the fucking dude from NSYNC? Who is this? You're Janet Jackson. Why are you with Justin Timberlake? You know what I'm saying? I was annoyed by that. And then, girl, like I said, I knew shit. I had a feeling. Titty pops out. Whole big deal with the titty. Justin Timberlake puts everything on Janet. I fucking hated Justin Timberlake after that. Threw his fucking CDs in the street, broke his shit. I ain't fuck with Justin for a long time. Like, that whole Sexy Back song shit he got, I haven't heard that shit in its completion until this day. I've never heard the song in its completion. I don't fuck with Justin Timberlake, girl. Over Janet. But anyhow, girl, I'm still gonna rep my girl, Janet. The whole Super Bowl, Justin Timberlake, wardrobe malfunction, titty hanging out thing was just a mess. It was just a mess that could have been avoided. But whatever. As Janet Jackson stands, we regrouped and we stood behind our queen. And with that, our queen was back in the studio giving us a new album in no time. In no time. Faster than I ever seen Janet Jackson give us another album. And it was called 20YO. Damn it, look down. 20YO was even worse than Damita Jo. It was even worse! But like I said, I like it because it was Janet. I didn't like it because it was good. So whatever the case may be, I still went to the store the day it came out, and I went and bought 20YO. Girl, I didn't just buy the regular one. I bought the deluxe edition, okay? That came with 2 CDs and a fucking booklet. Because that was my queen. And I was going to support her. Even though she, at this point, is just giving me garbage. But whatever. Janet Jackson's first song she released off that album was a collaboration with Nelly, who at the time was one of the hottest rappers. And the song was actually fire. The rest of the album was shit. But that song, Call On Me, was fire. Janet Jackson released this shit on a fucking Monday. Janet and Nelly. Call on me. Like that shit was fire. And I didn't see where anybody could be fucking with it. But damn it on a Tuesday. Damn it on a Tuesday, which I like to call B-Day. On a Tuesday, which was Janet Jackson's B-Day. On a Tuesday, another bitch came with a rapper, just like Janet did with Nelly. Another bitch came with a rapper, and she dropped this shit right here.
Bass. Hi. Ain't no way.
Just the fuck it! Just the fuck it! It's over! It's over! It was done! It was done. I seen it in the background with the last album, but damn it, when you came with this one, you know what, bitch? I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. You gonna run this motherfucking town tonight, bitch. I promise you. I promise you. From that day on, from Deja Vu on, from the B-Day album on, I was recruited to the Beehive. And my new queen was Beyonce. And like I said, she didn't go around Janet. She didn't go under Janet. She didn't go to the side. She didn't serpentine. That bitch went like that. She went over that bitch. She went through that bitch. That's what Beyonce does. And when she goes through these bitches, they lay down and die and get buried. I said all that to say this, to give you all an example on how my queens are dethroned. Madonna was dethroned by Janet Jackson with her third album, Janet. Pow! Janet Jackson was dethroned by Beyonce with Beyonce's second album, B-Day. Pow! Beyonce. Rihanna is on her, what, 5th, 6th, 7th album right now? It's just not going to happen for Riri. She'll never pass B for me. It's just not going to happen for her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say it's going to even happen for Blue. You know what I'm saying? Love a little girl to death because she's a product of motherfucking Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? She's the baby Jesus. But, you know, she's not going to come before B for me. She's not. I'm going to be with Beyonce forever and a gay. I'll be with Beyonce forever and a gay. And that's just the way it's going to be, girl. I will be up in Shady Pines, getting my life to Beyonce until it ends in time, bitch. Until it ends the motherfucking time.